Siemaneczko, witam wszystkich. Ruszamy na kolejną wyprawę. Pogadajmy jeszcze tutaj z tym NPC-em.
Tell me, Angar, do you regret helping the Purity, now that you've seen their true face?
That's a hard question to answer, and you know it. On the one hand, yes, I underestimated them. On the other hand, back then, it was the only logical thing to do.
Logical.
Yes, after all your father did in the Mage War, the people were angry, desperate, broken. The Purity channeled and still channels these emotions. It may sound cynical to say that now, but if it hadn't been for the Purity of Light, something far worse might have happened.
Worse than a mage genocide? You let the Purity murder hundreds of mages.
Most of them were war criminals anyway. They would have been sentenced to death no matter what. But that is not to say that my decision to give the Purity of Light that much power came easy. I'm not free of self-doubt and empathy, Tahar, even though it may seem that way to you.
However, I will not lie. Mages are a problem, and something needs to be done about them. If we don't, it is only a matter of time until a second Isamo Tahar will appear and once again plunge the world into chaos.
We need a group that represents mages. Then treaties could be made.
That is an interesting idea. But before we can decide on any course of action, we need to deal with the current threat first. But to return to your question, all I did was take every factor into consideration and decide accordingly. You did the same, more than once. I've heard of the trail of destruction you've left behind on your journey. Many people died under your command.
The sacrifices were necessary.
Precisely. What I'm trying to say is, there might have been a better way to handle things, but I did not see it. I did what I could, and even though it turned out to be a mistake, I have no regrets.
I wanted to talk about Leonon.
I had a feeling you would. Look, back at Greykeep, the situation seemed crystal clear. You killed 3 of your brethren, and General Noria openly spoke out against you. Similar to my policy regarding the Purity of Light, I can now see that I was wrong. But again, all I did was to take all factors into consideration, and it was all I could do.
You also could have used common sense. I risked my life to help Nortander back when I turned to my father. Why would I now suddenly start massacring Wolfguard soldiers?
You're right. I should have taken that into consideration. Either way, you've been pardoned. And more than that, now we're fighting side by side against the real scourge of the Empire. I don't hold any grudges against you. And I can only hope you feel the same.
The past is the past.
It is indeed.
I've been wondering, do you have a family? Heirs?
That question came unexpected.
Is it so hard to answer?
It isn't. No. I don't have a family. Save for my sisters.
How come?
Well, I'm afraid to understand my answer, I need to go back a little. You see, I had always known what my life would look like, long before it became what it is. You see, House Arendir is one of the eldest of Nortander. The role of every Arendir had already been chosen the moment he or she was given birth to. For me, it was always clear that I would be the Lord Marshal of the Royal Army.
So your parents forced you to do this?
Let me put it this way. It was my duty. Of course, I could have rebelled, but even back then, I had already come to realize that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Sure, I too had had my share of boyhood dreams, but betraying my parents and the realm had never been an option.
No, po angielsku mamy tutaj odpowiedź.
I still don't understand why becoming the Lord Marshal stopped you from having a family.
It was a choice. I probably don't need to tell you this, but love and marriage are as much a duty as any other. You cannot be a good husband or a good wife if you don't commit entirely. And the same goes for parenthood. And the higher I rose, the more I realized that people in my position, whose decisions affect the lives of tens of thousands, can and should only have one commitment.
Their duty.
Yes. I know it sounds dramatic, but it's the truth. I chose not to have a family, because the realm was my wife and its people were my children. Allowing somebody else into my life would have meant betraying the others.
I think you're wrong. Dedication and family don't exclude each other.
They do. But we've wasted enough time. You wanted an answer, and that was it. Is there anything else you wanted to know?
Did you ever think about what would happen if the Queen never wakes up from her coma?
She will wake up. The healers claim that she's already getting better.
They've claimed that ever since the dragon incapacitated her.
The Queen has Hibernian blood in her veins. And as long as her heart is still beating, I will not waste any time thinking about something that might never happen. Though, of course, that is not to say that others at the court haven't done it. Most people believe that Queen Aelith doesn't have an heir. But that's wrong. She does.
Really? Who?
A cousin. I suppose you know about the Queen's problematic ancestry. The ability to give life has always been impaired in her bloodline, which is why she does not have any brothers or sisters. However, it was rumored that her uncle, Anno Aelith, left an heir before he died. A bastard son.
It's the first time I've ever heard that.
Yes, because the crown took measures to quiet these rumors. Suffice it to say that Queen Aelith's supposed cousin is far from an ideal candidate for the throne. But I will not go into detail on this topic. It is irrelevant. And it will stay irrelevant. Because the Queen will survive. I can feel it.
I'll be leaving now.
All right.
Dobra. Ukończyliśmy tu
Yes.
jakieś zadanie poboczne, ale to w tym momencie nie jest istotne. Oj, wróć. Ruszamy na dalszą przygodę. Tutaj jeszcze widzę masę NPC-ów, chce z nami rozmawiać, ale ja już nie mam na to czasu. Inne lokacje, nowy wspaniały świat, rządca dusz, więzienie umysłu, serce nieczyste, dziedzictwo zniszczenia, udaje się na pustynną oazę. Na razie się stąd zmywamy. Czekajcie, jeszcze mamy tutaj jeden punkt. Dajmy mu siłę 10. Dzięki temu będziemy chyba mogli założyć lepszą zbroję, aczkolwiek mogę się mylić. 35. A gdzie są nasze w ogóle zbroje wszystkie? Sprzedałem? Kurde, to nie jest posortowane w ogóle. No to niedobrze. 40, 40, 15. 40, 40, 25, 25 to tą zbroję mamy. 30, tu coś jest fajnego. Budowa 10, a ja dałem siłę. Kurde bela, dobra. Nie będzie ta siła. Siłą oczywiście atakujemy, zadajemy większe obrażenia. Okej. Generalnie to możemy chyba gnać. No tak, czemu masz... Aha, bo tu masz jedną zdolność. Obrażenia zadawane w wyniku ataku automatycznego rosną. Dyscyplina, zdrowie, przywództwo. Zdrowie 687, 711. Dobra, generalnie to chyba możemy tą część okolicy opuścić. Oczywiście mógłbym posprzedawać wszystkie te badziejstwa, ale... No to mam jakichś goblinów, którzy pilnują...
Yes.
No zobaczymy, czy one... Czy możemy zaatakować te gobliny? O dziwo nie. Ale mniejsza z tym, opuszczamy tą okolicę. Okej, co my tu mamy? Skwarna, pustynia, oaza. Tutaj się udamy. To jest misja poboczna. Dziedzictwo zniszczenia. A, nie mamy karzełka.
We'll make short work of them.
Weźmy tego Rochena.
South of Leonida and east of Hallet lies the scorching desert. A place as inhospitable as it is dangerous. The desert is uninhabited save for the dust-crawler orcs, a nomadic orc tribe that roams the dunes in search of fresh water. With a throat as dry as parchment and a throbbing headache, you arrive at the place your scouts described. A small oasis amidst the blazing ocean of sand. Despite the heat,
It's true. There's a dragon nearby.
Smok.
It's enormous.
So you think it actually is an elder?
My guess is as good as yours, Tahar. What I can tell you is that this thing has the power of 100 Devourers, or 36 Zarek Nar combined.
Okej, moi drodzy, tutaj stoczymy walkę ze smokiem. Zręczność, inteligencja, budowa, siła woli. Weźmy tą inteligencję, chociaż ona używa... Dajmy jej budowę. Dzięki temu chyba założy lepszy pancerz. Przypuszczam, że założy lepszy pancerz. Dobra, tutaj coś jest, ale to na razie zostawimy. Może tak to będzie lepiej. 12, 10, 24. 30, 30, 10, 10. No to jest zdecydowanie lepszy pancerz. Łuczniczka z ciężkim pancerzem. No okej. Jeszcze ma 1 punkt zdolności. 21 poziom, to nam brakuje. Damy ten przeszywający strzał jej. Temu damy inteligencję oczywiście. Zaraza, pocałunek Nora, zew. Nosiciel plagi. Siła zaklęć rośnie o 2%. O, to sobie weźmiemy na pewno. Rochen ma tutaj trochę tych punktów. On walczy bronią jednoręczną. Jednoręczną bronią. Ognista eksplozja. Wyleczony mak, ale kurde to nie jest mak, tylko to jest przecież wojownik. Czekajcie, bo ja kurde założyłem mu... On ma zaklęcia, kurde, to jest przecież mak. To nie jest wojownik, a ja mu kurde dałem broń. No masakra jakaś. Zobaczmy, może mu coś lepszego założymy, jak damy budowę, chociaż budowa, inteligencja, zręczność, siła. Dobra, niech będzie. Tutaj tych zbroi nie założy. Dobra, dajmy mu cokolwiek. Dobra, lecimy do tego smoka. Oczywiście z smokiem nie musimy walczyć, ale możemy.
That way?
Fine.
Szukaj prastarego smoka w oazie na pustyni.
Good move.
Got it.
Shit. That was a painful death.
And it wasn't caused by normal fire. These people melted.
No, i chyba ktoś ich przypiekł.
Sure.
Okej, fajny mamy par. To jest generalnie mak, a ja kurde założyłem mu broń białą. No ale dobra, niech będzie. Oj, czekajcie, bo to jeszcze zostawiłem. Up.
This one looks as though he's been mauled. And he's wearing an unusual armor, isn't he?
Huh. Do you see these crystals in his skin? They look an awful lot like the ones we found on the Hibernian island, don't they?
You're right. They do. Strange.
Sure.
Up ahead.
Huh? Didn't expect to see travelers all the way out here. Tondea.
Tondea. That sounds Hibernian.
It does, because it is. We're Valis Draigin, dragon hunters, as you'd call it. Which is why I urge you to head right back where you came from. There's a Yal Dragin, an elder dragon just waiting to sink its fangs into you. As it has done with the idiots you've probably seen on the wayside.
So it's true. There's an elder in the oasis.
That's what I just said.
I think that dragon is here for me.
Are you sure? I heard it was here for that marvelous cheesecake they made in Everlight.
I'm not joking. There has been a magical outbreak 4 weeks ago, and I was responsible for it. We have reason to believe that this dragon is headed to our camp.
An outbreak, huh? That's what Pavlos said, too. Well, if that's the case, you should probably talk to him yourself.
That Pavlos is your leader?
Oyras, yes. He's just down that slope. I still think you're better off leaving, but I can't stop you, can I? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to make preparations.
Dobra.
Huh?
Sure.
Pavlos.
Now would you...
Valis Draigin? Whoever these guys are, they aren't Hibernians, Tahar.
What makes you think that?
Hibernians were 8 feet tall and had light green eyes and pitch black, slightly bluish hair. That guy looked more like a child at a masquerade party than anything else, and even his accent sounded put on. Queen Aelith is the last living Hibernian. All the scholars agree on that.
Okej. Handlarz. Dlaczego ja straciłem
What do we
kontrolę
need?
nad moimi postaciami? Co jest grane?
Yes?
What do you want?
Ajajajajaj, co się porobiło? Dobra, zyskaliśmy kontrolę nad naszymi bohaterami. Jedziemy do tego smoka. Pogadać z nim.
Now would you look at that?
O kurde, całkiem zacny hełm, który nam daje aż 20 odporności na wszystkie żywioły. No to zdecydowanie najlepszy, a tu ma 24, ale nie mamy budowy 8.
What's next?
A mamy co? 24.
Just give the word.
24. To czego mamy taki badziewny hełm założony dla niej? Ja pierdziu.
Yes?
20. No to masz 16. Damy mu to. Jeszcze tarczę może damy mu lepszą. Nie wiem czy mamy coś. A tu jeszcze pierścień możemy mu dać. Odporność na zamarzanie. Dobra.
Zalraka.
So, what's the plan?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Yes?
Yes?
Dobra. Gdzie ten smok? Pokaż się. Oczywiście ze smokiem nie musimy walczyć. Możemy,
I understand.
All right, here goes nothing.
You
ale
read
nie
my
musimy.
mind. Whatever's necessary. They will fall.
Dobra, cenne punkty doświadczenia spadają. O kurde, jaka zbroja fajna. Ciężka zbroja cierniowa. Ale tak chyba gorsza od tego, co mamy w tym momencie.
Sure.
Sure.
No, pytanie, gdzie jest ten smok?
Tiara's breath. That thing is massive. Are you sure you still want to do this?
We don't have a choice. The last thing we want is that dragon attacking us while we're trying to reclaim Greyfell. Get ready.
Oh shit. Oczywiście
Sounds like a
najpierw
plan.
sobie jeszcze zbadamy całą okolicę. O, żeż kurczę, ja pierdziu. No, konkret. Zobaczcie, jakiej wielkości jest nasza...
What the?
That is your name, is it not? Tahar.
It isn't attacking us. Why?
I think it's speaking to me. In my head.
You mean...
Telepathy, yes. It is the only way the two of us can communicate. An interesting group you have gathered around you, Shaper Child. Have you come to kill me? The way you cling to your weapons makes it seem so.
Tahar? Talk to us. What's happening?
I think she wants to talk.
Maybe. I know why you are here. You are worried that I have come to destroy your city, Mullendeer, as I have done before.
Are you?
That was my plan, yes.
Why? What have we done to you?
It is not about what you have done. It is about what you will do. You are Zarlanthep, a shaper as you call them. You were asleep, but now you have awoken. And as all of your kind, you will bring doom to the world.
Tahar, what is it saying?
Wait. I don't understand. What do you mean by bring doom to the world?
It is impressive. All the clues are there, right in front of your eyes. Yet you do not see it.
See what? Maybe if you stopped talking in riddles, I would.
I am not talking in riddles. It has merely been a very, very long time since I have talked at all. But since you are not as much of a brute as I would have anticipated, maybe there is no harm in explaining. Before I neutralize you, the Zarlanthep, we the Elders, were the ones who killed them. It was neither spite nor hunger that drove us, as the myths would have you believe. It was because of what they had become, what they fancied themselves as.
Which was...
Gods. They had done what nobody should have. They had tamed the essence, and learned to use it for their ends. You have seen the results. Enslaved minds, a world empire, telepathy, and the power to destroy life in a snap of a finger. They would have broken the world in two if we had not intervened. So, we did.
You killed them?
Yes. People misunderstand us, Tahar. We are not beasts like most people. We are watchers, and we do what the Guardians could not. The world is tiring, and life after millennia becomes a burden. We do not rejoice in it, but we have a responsibility.
But I don't get it. Why kill me? Only because I'm half-shaper?
Yes. Since you performed the melding, you bear the same dangerous potential as your mother. And thus, you need to die. There is no malice in our decision. I am glad you came here with only a few of your allies. That means that fewer lives will be lost.
There must be another way. We both want the same thing.
No. You want power, divinity, as any Zarlanthep wanted from the start. Your blood is corrupted, and so is your mind.
But you don't even know me. I may be a half-shaper, yes, but I was raised a human.
Does that make it better? Humans are as cruel, as vile as the Zarlanthep were. Only that they have not yet discovered the power. But once they will, the earth will shatter. Our kind is too tired, too weary for another extermination like the one in the Zarlanthep days. This time, we will not fight. But you, Tahar, you are only one person. One person that can be dealt with swiftly and without wreaking havoc.
It's preparing to attack. Ready yourselves.
So there is no way I can convince you. Maybe. But also because you're wrong. I may be half Shaper, but I'm not your...
Then prove it. Destroy the rifts.
The rifts?
Yes. Since the creature's servant, who you call the Harbinger of Light, a tear in the fabric of the realm appeared, and other creatures seeking to find their way through that hole. As of now, they are still...
You want me to kill them?
Kill them and close the rifts. It will be dangerous, and it might cost you your life, but it will show that your words were not... You cannot see them, but I will give you the ability to do so. They are centered around the place where the servant...
Fine. I'll do it.
You surprised me. Well, then stand by your word and return to me once you have succeeded. I will wait.
Okej, możemy wybrać...
So, we're not fighting. So that must have been a fruitful conversation.
No, it's complicated. I'll tell you on the way back to Mullendeer. Now we should...
Yes?
Dziedzictwo zniszczenia, a... Ukończ zadanie związane z wyłomami zlecone przez prastarego smoka.
Now! Jarlis Dragin!
No! Don't!
Fools.
O kurde, na mnie chyba wściekł. A może byśmy im pomogli? 36 000 zdrowia ma. Odporny jest na ogień, ale nie jest odporny na magię. Od lodu nie jest odporny. Kurde.
Yes?
Czyli co, generalnie musimy opuścić tą lokację?
Understood.
Gdzie są te bruzdy? O, shit. No ładnie. 34 000 życia. Wiecie co, nie dałbym rady chyba temu. Skwarna pustynia, o
Why
Alze.
didn't they listen? They must have seen the dragon wasn't fighting us.
I don't know. But they didn't leave us a choice.
I'm only getting started.
Yes? For the fire wielders!
Szkoda, że nie mamy
Here we
drugiego
go.
wojownika.
Interesting.
Gdzie są te wyłomy, kurde? Rozumiem, że
That way?
na tym obszarze. Część Feniksa, artefakt. Okej. Dobra.
Fine.
Will do.
You picked the wrong enemies.
Good move.
Good move. A tu co się stało? Aha, to jest teleport.
Sure. Zarek guides me.
Dobra, pytanie... Co my tu mamy zrobić?
Fair enough. Let's do this. Sounds like a plan.
Potęga olbrzymów, dół głowni. Kolejny
I
fragment
understand.
artefaktu. Wszystko fajnie, tylko że wiecie. $34,000 jeszcze to zdrowie mu
What do
się
we
cały
need?
czas odnawia. To jest najgorsze
That way. All right.
w tym wszystkim, chociaż... Moment, tutaj coś jeszcze może być.
Sure.
You got it.
Może dostałem jakiś przedmiot, który nam pozwoli tutaj... Dobra, czempioni. Laska wiecznej zimy. To się może przydać dla naszego maga.
Zaraka.
Zadaje obrażenia od lodu na niewielkim obszarze.
Anything on your mind?
Dla
Sure.
smoka
That
to
way.
byłoby dobre.
All right.
Let's see.
They will burn.
Sure.
Kolejna część artefaktu. No dobra, ale gdzie ten artefakt wykujemy i ile tych części jeszcze nam brakuje, tego nie wiem.
I understand.
No, tutaj możemy też, widzę, zejść.
You got it.
Dobra, wiecie co? Zadanie musimy wykonać w oku, więc nie pozostaje nam nic innego, jak opuścić tą lokację. Oko. Gdzie to jest to oko? Mapka fajnie duża, ale kurczę, co z tego, jak tylko w niektóre elementy możemy się udać. Tu jest oko i część naszego zadania. Zadanie główne, więźnia umysłu, zadanie poboczne, plaga zagrobu. Okej. Podróż. Kogo by tu wymienić? Tego Rohana może wymienimy, chociaż ja wiem, jakiś wojownik by się przydał.
For the Queen!
Arandir, dobra.
Something wrong?
No, it's just... I didn't expect to come back here so soon. Anyway, we're closing in on the fortress. Our vanguard has already put up an outpost up ahead.
Do you think the rumors are true? That they're using this place as a torture camp now?
We'll see. Now let's move.
Okej.
Yes?
Now would you look at that?
Skupienie, nie, budowa +1. Wiecie co? Oj, czekajcie, przydzielimy temu punkt zdolności. (109 na 113, 161 do 165). Dobra, i tu jeszcze ma jeden punkt. A może byśmy mu dali budowę ciała i założylibyśmy mu lepszy pancerz. Na przykład ten 45. O kurde, jaki zbrojmistrz. Coś pięknego. 30-30. 10-10. To jest kurde de facto mag, a ja mu kurde założyłem 20. 16. Okej, może być to. Tarczy nie używamy.
That way?
Got it.
Znajdź
Here we are.
zamknij
Now
bruzdy.
let's get started.
Tutaj mamy dwie misje do wykonania. Misję fabularną i misję poboczną ze smokiem. Za niedługo, za chwilkę skończymy ten materiał.
Help! Somebody help me! You're the leader, aren't you? Please, you need to help me.
Calm down. What happened?
The prison, the Leonider, they've gone completely insane. The prison guards, they are hunting me.
You escaped then?
No, you can't escape. Not as a prisoner, because of the barrier. They let me run, but now they're hunting me.
Hunting you? So...
Yes, they're doing it for the fun of it. Please, I don't know who you are, but you need to help me. You have troops, you can fend them off.
Dobrze, zajmiemy się tym.
All right. We'll take care of these guards.
Thank you. Oh, by the Guardians, thank you. They will be here any moment now.
Okej.
Just give the word.
Mamy chyba możliwość tutaj budowy bazy. No to wychodzi. No to lecimy. O kurde, kto nas atakuje?
I'm ready.
Dobra. Dwa tartaki standardowo, bezwzględnie. Plus chatę myśliwską.
Yes.
Dobra, teraz jeszcze pytanie odnaleźć te bruzdy. Między innymi. I pomóż zbiegowi. Rozpraw się z napastnikami.
Sounds like a plan. Get ready.
Building completed.
Dobra. Więzienie umysłu.
Let's see.
Jest, to są te bruzdy, które musimy zamknąć. Okej. Co ten gość jeszcze chce tu z nami pogadać? Dobra, mamy centrum miasta, ulepszymy.
So, what's the plan?
Now would you look at that?
Places, we did it. You did it.
So it seems. Can you fight? We'll bring down Amari Leonidar, and in return for saving your life, I want your help.
Yes, of course. Of course, with pleasure. Anything I can do to pay back that bloody monster, I will do.
Good. In that fortress, what do they do to you in there?
They test us. Or at least that's how they call it. They want to find out if our magic is strong enough for the next step.
The next step? What's that supposed to mean?
Nobody knows, but there's rumors.
So up in that fortress, they torture you to determine the extent of your magic.
They torture us. They humiliate us. They let us starve. It's a nightmare. In their eyes, we're animals.
All right, then, let's get to it.
So nobody ever escaped the fortress because of that barrier?
No, nobody that goes in ever comes out. Apparently, a group of prisoners managed to break out of their cart before they reached the bridge once. And also, there was talk of an old mage rebel in the west. But then again, that might just be something we prisoners told each other to... I don't know. To not lose hope, I guess.
This.
Droga.
all that.
Let's push on.
Sure.
Okej, on pójdzie z nami. Wiecie co? A to co to jest? Więzienie umysłu. Będziemy powolutku kończyć materiał.
You got it.
Tutaj by się przydało zająć kolejny posterunek. Z jednym posterunkiem będzie ciężko tutaj wygrać. O widzisz, tutaj jest bagno, po których nie możemy chodzić, ale
Alright,
tutaj
give
jest
me a second.
kolejny fragment. Ulepsz kamień. Dobra, i ulepsz torbę.
The outpost has been built.
Tylko
We've
zwróć uwagę,
expanded our borders.
że my tutaj nie możemy produkować łowisko. Ale warsztat kamienny. Gdzie ten warsztat może być? Aha, tu jest. Dobra. Siekamy.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
To oczywiście ulepszymy. Okej, tutaj coś jest. Amulet niosącego światło. Kurde, co to za amulet? Siła i zręczność, ale my sobie to chyba zmienimy. Punkty życia, odporności da nam wszystko.
Commander, we finished researching a new technology.
Dobra, punkty życia 50,
So, what's the plan?
skupienie 10, siła zręczność. 89 do 103, większe obrażenia, dobra.
We're being attacked.
O kurde,
What do you want?
Whatever's necessary.
dziękuję. O shit. Co to było?
Yes.
Dobra, bierzcie się za robotę. O kurwa, ta armia.
Good move.
No, atakować.
What do you want?
Okej, to chyba wszystko. Moi drodzy, w tym momencie kończymy ten odcinek. 41 minuta się zaczęła. Ja się z wami żegnam. Dzięki za wspólną grę. Adios amigos.